Hello, friends. Steve here, and it's been complicated. It's been good days and somewhat difficult nights, but in the difficult nights, I was doing a lot of lucid dream work, so I got a lot of stuff done in the night. Not the deep sleep I like to get on occasion, but I got some sleep. And it's been overall better because my energy has been up. And I'd say, based on the kind of insane energy I had in the past, where I just could just do things that normal humans couldn't do. I could put in 100-hour weeks working, a smaller amount of time seeing clients, and then afternoon and evenings remodeling a house. Yeah, and attending sporting events with children and things. So today is Friday in the Pope Gregory calendar. It's April 18th. And so today, Fridays are around, it's the first day of the week, and it's about the Crown Chakra, opening up the Crown Chakra. And also, I'm pretty sure the red serpent is related to the Crown Chakra. So we have a double crown today, a double Crown Chakra day. And the red crystal serpent, it's interesting. So let's just start off, set up a healing field by stating, I connect with my deep self. I connect with my higher self. I connect with my highest self. I ground myself to the healing center of the earth. I open myself to the healing power of the One. I choose to let go of anything not useful to me now. Here's Bastet. I'm going to poke her little head up. Possibly. Here goes her tail. Question mark tail. I've been away for a good portion of the day, so she's wanting some attention, so we'll give her attention while we do this. So I choose to let go of anything not useful to me now, and if you want the help from the Hathors, they're seven-dimensional beings, help you work with vibration through sound and frequency. You state, I choose to work with the Hathors. Now I ask that the higher self place us in a field of protection while we do this work, and I ask the higher self to take us through the portal of time to the event that would be of the highest good. There it is. For us to release and integrate at this time. I invite all souls affected by this event to return to the event and release and integrate the energy of the event for themselves, and I ask that they be placed in a field of protection while they do the work. And upon our arrival at the event, I ask the higher self to assist all of us to release and integrate all energies of the event, gently and easily, fully and completely, on all levels and through all space and time. Healing field is set up. If that's all you are here for, you can hit the pause button, come back later for that closing remarks. That'll be a while. Okay, for those of you who are staying for the Mayan calendar reading, it's the third week of the 10th month, and this is the planetary moon of manifestation, about perfecting, producing, and manifesting. And this is the first day of the third week, and it's a red crystal serpent day. So I'm going to tell you right now, in case I don't do a video tomorrow, that tomorrow is a white cosmic world bridger. It bridges the world of spirit and form, like your ancestors. You can just connect through that world bridger. And it's also going to be the second day, the second auspicious day of the 13 auspicious days of Pakal Votan, who was the prophet Sage King, time engineer. He was a bunch of things from 603 to 683. And he kind of he kind of interpreted this whole Mayan calendar in a particular way. And most of the information that I use comes from 13moon.com. And so this is kind of Paco Votan coming through. Tomorrow is an auspicious day, and it's a white cosmic world bridger, and it's related to the root chakra. So really working with our ancestors, working with shifting and opening up our energy flow throughout our Akashic records, our spinal column, our Kundalini energy, just really letting the crown chakra's opening today on 2 levels. It's opening because it's a Friday, and it's opening because it's a red serpent. Okay, so we're going to go a red crystal serpent. So we're going to go to crystal tone, which is tone 12, which is about dedicating, universalizing, and cooperation, working together, working as a collective for the healing of the world. That's what we're doing in a world healing field that you connect with when you come onto my channel and I'm doing a healing field. You're connecting with a world healing field and an individual event within that world healing field. And we go back to that event to release and integrate the energies of the event for ourselves. If you're drawn to the healing fields, you're probably on a soul level aware that this is a great opportunity to clear an event that affected you and be done with it. And if it wasn't even an event that affected you, it might have been an event that affected your ancestors. No matter what, if you go back and release and integrate the energy of the event of this event, you're helping the whole world. That's why it's a world healing field. Any healing we do affects the world. So the crystal tone, the tone 12 of the 13 lunar tones, represents the maximum evolution of form. It's attainment of complete complexity. But so you have to dissolve rigidity in tone 11 so that you can bring in a new higher order of coordination, tone 12, offering complex stability, creative cohesion, and comprehensive vision. Here we perceive the coherency of the whole as a composition of related parts, honoring the elaborate inner workings of life as a Mandelic synthesis. Crystal tone asks us to universalize. Tone 12 affirms that we ourselves embody the highest qualities of internal and social architecture. We're building a new world. And today is the 5th of the 20 solar tones. And the 5th tone is red serpent. And it comes from the east. And it's about initiating something. And the 3 terms for the red serpent is survives, life force, and instinct. So red serpent represents our primal nature, our instinctual body wisdom, our sensuality, creativity, and passion. Serpent reminds us to center in our earthly vehicles, honoring them as incredible sensual mechanisms, recognizing that our bodies offer us infinite opportunity for experience. They are our living temples, our one and only home for this lifetime. As our partners in life, our bodily vessels invite us to nourish ourselves, to ground, to breathe, to stretch, to move, to dance, to feel, to discover, to physically express, and above all, to sense, to be creatures, not intellects. Follow the body, it has a language all its own. So intimately connected to our soul, our serpent bodies and its senses are gateways to that which lies beyond the body, offering themselves as a conduit to access this greater wholeness. As a tool and guide, our bodies are our allies in self-intimacy, renewal, and empowerment. And I'll be back in 1 minute, so just meditate on those thoughts. Okay, sometimes we need to turn up the heat, sometimes we need to turn down the heat. Okay, so life force is our vitality. Every moment, the decisions we make impact our store of life force. It is ours to cultivate and care for. One of the most powerful sources of life force we all possess is our sexual energy. Literally, our sacred, creative energy. Known as our kundalini, our inner serpent fire ignites our divine potential residing within our core. And so does our deep self. So when you connect to the deep self, you are connecting to your inner core self. The deep self is in relationship and oneness with the higher self, is in relationship and oneness with the highest self, is in relationship with the oneness. The central sun in the Mayan tradition was perceived as the consciousness of the whole, the consciousness of the whole that resonates and comes from the central sun. So when you're on in your center, you're connected with the consciousness of oneness. Our inner serpent fire ignites our divine potential residing within. The serpent reminds us to merge our primal life force energy with our higher visionary eagle. To become balanced and fully alive as a feathered serpent. This allows us to bring holistic insight into matters of survival and creation, assuring we see what's near and far. And yesterday and today, my wife and I have just been doing a lot of energy work. And so yesterday and today, we took some time away from the house, from the energetics. And yesterday, we went into the town, 20 minutes away from here, and went down to the water and just sat and stared out at the water, Saratoga Passage, looking over at Camano Island. And they have these nice little Adirondack chairs that are down there that you can just sit on and stare out at the water. And today we went up the island, took a ferry, walk-on ferry across to the Olympic Peninsula, town of Port Townsend, and we did a 4.5-mile walk through the town. I had my first container of coffee in 4 weeks or more. I'd been completely off of it, and I just decided that for today, I was just going to have a mocha. it didn't kick in right away. So I was like, oh, it's not even having much effect. My energy is pretty high. And then later on, it kicked in. And that's when I just started having conversations with anyone along the street. They kind of, I'm sure, wonder about me. And I just figure dogs are people magnets. And if you just tell somebody how much you love how their dog looks, if it's true, then they respond as if you're talking about their grandchild or what, their child or their grandchild. Anyway, there was a lot of lovely dogs today. I met a lot of lovely dogs. One that was a lab that looked like a Weimaraner, had the Weimaraner eyes and everything. And I had lots of conversations, an hour or so after the coffee. But I could hear the eagles, and my wife actually spotted them up at the top of this pine tree, the third branch up in the picture I took, and they're sitting right next to each other on that branch. Two eagles. One seemed a little larger than the other, and I think maybe the male can be somewhat larger than the female, but I'm not certain about that. Anyway, I saw this pair of eagles, and they're talking about that eagle vision, and I was thinking about that while I was looking at these eagles up at the top of this tall pine tree, just looking out of the water and probably getting ready to go fishing. Okay, so that's the Mayan calendar reading plus a little extra caffeinated information. And so now we're just going to finish the healing field and close this video down. So I asked the higher self to assist all the souls that returned to the event to combine with that part of their soul that had remained at the event and bring that combined soul back into the body in present time with all of its wisdom, power, and clarity, its compassion, its curiosity, and its kindness, and with joy and peace. I ask all the souls to ground themselves in the healing center of the earth. That means you. Ground yourself in the healing center of the earth and open up the portal for the delivery of the new energies that we agreed to bring into the earth at this time. And I ask the higher self and all the beings that are helpers to help us bring this new energy in now. And I ask that this energy be activated. And I let the universe and beyond know that this has been done and that it's good. Okay, that's the Mayan calendar reading and healing field for today, Friday, April 18th. Okay. Be well and keep healing the world. All right. Thanks for all you do.